Do you go into the woods?
On occasion. Just like the outskirts. I don't go too deep into the woods.
I do go into the woods. I like to go in all the different parts.
Yes, I go into the woods almost every day. I go into like the woods by the farm, the ones by the reservoirs, the ones where all the parties happen.
Yeah, I just got here, so like I haven't gone much, but I've been like in that little area back and forth towards the farm.
Normally down by where the fields are, the tennis courts. I like the trails down there.
I go in from like right behind the multi-sport and then like up through like those trails.
Yeah, I actually just got out of the woods a few minutes ago. Today I went in like kind of behind Greenwich.
Not since last semester. I went on the tree trail, which is behind the soccer fields and next to the tennis court.
The trail that's right between, that's like right behind the soccer field next to the tennis courts is the main one I use.
Wow, I've been all over.
Yes, I do. Whenever it's not snowing or I have time, like I will absolutely I'll just walk in there.
Yeah, we do, especially in the warmer months.
You said mostly back lot, right?
Yeah, I went to the back lot, a little through the farm, like once through the farm.
Sometimes. Yes.
Not that often anymore. I used to.
The woods is frightening to me, especially when it's dark. I think it would just take some encouragement from some knowledgeable people. Well, I'm usually in there to collect stuff because I'm in an animation class.
Yeah, we go a lot, like, for walks. Yeah.
So I'll go off on the trails and then sometimes I'll go off trails. I've been doing a lot with trail cameras and stuff.
I meditate, I take pictures.
I like to hike and take pictures. I like the trees back there.
To run, because I'm on the cross country team and we run in the trails.
You know, I walk around, so I have run. I don't love running.
Just walk around, honestly. Just take hikes, that's all. Yeah.
Walk around, hang out, take pictures. Sometimes I sit and sketch and draw. Mostly just walk though.
There was a production of Midsummer Night's Dream that was all in the woods. I was part of that.
Think, sing to myself, read, meditate.
There's a few parties I've been to, and like I've also like been into like a live action role play session.
I just like to walk around. The bent tree spot's really cool. I'm trying to find so many things. People have told me there's a lot of stuff out there, and I wanna see it before I leave.
The woods kind of makes me feel like I don't know what is out there.
It makes me feel more spiritually connected. I feel one with nature. It just calms me mostly. With my classes, I connect a lot with my spirituality within the woods and the forests.
And just one word or a couple words?
Pleasant.
Refreshed. Sometimes you just need nature.
Connected to the area around me.
It makes me feel grateful.
I would say the Hampshire Woods makes me feel like at peace.
And it's really nice that we have that available.
It helps me like unwind and kind of like relax with all the stressful stuff, especially going on right now at school.
If they're stressed throughout the day, I'll often like take my bike and ride in there. I think it's also important for people, especially interested in ecology and the wildlife around here.
The Hampshire Forest has been incredibly grounding for me. I had a really tumultuous first semester, and I went into the forest a lot to center myself, make myself feel better, I guess. So it's helped me a lot.
Being on a campus that was like really tight packed with nowhere to get away to would not be good for me. So it's nice to get away from like what is a relatively like bustling area in my own personal experience, although probably not others.
It's a nice contrast. It's not classes, it's not anything. There's nobody demanding you have an assignment. There's just trees and green stuff.
I'm from like the city, so like having a forest is pretty cool because like it's something I'm not used to. My Hampshire experience would be very different if we didn't have the forest.
It makes me feel somewhat at home. It's like it's pretty similar to like where I grew up.
It hasn't been like central to my studies, but it feels like a very necessary part of Hampshire College.
It makes me feel kind of safe to know that there's that getaway that I can go to if I need it. Kind of hard to imagine Hampshire without the forest. Even if you don't go into it all that often.
Wandering around in the woods definitely contributed to my thinking that it was a cool place, the college in general.
Hampshire is obviously very community-based, surrounded by like this almost like barrier. It kind of contains us in this like world where we can kind of focus and create and like be in touch with one another. And so I think it's kind of crucial to like the structure of Hampshire.
In certain spots, there's a lot of trash.
It'd be nice to have more set trails.
Trail maps for students, because I know that I had to figure it out myself, but it would be really helpful.
Well, I know there's been some complaints with salamanders, so they like to live under logs, and apparently people have been picking those up and like turning them into art projects and like teepees and stuff.
I know there's some sculptures in the woods. It would be great if something that was more regular.
Trails.
I think better trail markers would make a lot of people feel more comfortable.
I hardly like wake up and I'm like, oh, I want to do a trail today. But if there's like something organized with like people and I'm like, hey, can I get friends and
like a group hiking thing?
I don't know much about like the forest and like care for it.
As long as it's preserved, I guess.
Just maintaining it and not letting it be overtaken by humans.
It's difficult to figure out what you could do to make a forest more accessible that wouldn't also involve doing some stuff that might not be great for the forest. Feels like there is some conflict. At the very least, I'm not the person to figure out how to plan that.